The first dawnlight crept over the village, casting a warm glow on the altar of the shrine. Linnea Embergrove, a devoted priestess, stood before the altar, her eyes closed in meditation. The air was crisp, filled with the scent of blooming flowers and the distant sound of birds singing. As she breathed in, the silence of the shrine enveloped her, a sense of serenity washing over her. The stillness was only broken by the soft creaking of the old wooden beams, a gentle reminder of the passage of time. Linnea's thoughts were a jumble of prayers and reflections, her mind a maze of devotion and duty. The shrine, a sanctuary of peace, stood as a beacon of hope in the heart of the village. And in its center, the altar, a symbol of faith, waited for the day's rituals to begin. The dawnlight danced across its surface, casting an ethereal glow on the sacred space. Linnea's eyes fluttered open, her gaze falling upon the altar, where a book lay waiting, its cover adorned with her name in fresh ink. The sunlight caught the ink, making it seem to shimmer as if calling to her. She felt a shiver run down her spine, a sense of anticipation building within her. The air seemed to vibrate with an otherworldly energy, and Linnea's heart beat in time with the silence. As she stood there, the world outside the shrine receded, and all that remained was the altar, the book, and the waiting. The flowers outside the shrine began to bloom, their petals unfolding like tiny wings, and the birds sang in harmony with the creaking of the wooden beams. The scent of incense wafted through the air, mingling with the smell of old parchment and dust. Linnea's fingers trembled, as if eager to touch the book, to unlock its secrets and uncover the mysteries hidden within. As Linnea delved into the book, she discovered its secrets. The words on the pages seemed to follow the rhythm of her own work, a cadence that echoed the beat of her heart. The language was unfamiliar, yet it spoke directly to her soul. The book became an obsession, a window into a world she had never known existed. She spent hours poring over its pages, unraveling the mysteries hidden within. The shrine, once a place of peace, began to feel like a threshold to a realm beyond her understanding. The air grew thick with an otherworldly presence, and Linnea felt herself being drawn into the book's dark and winding path. The words on the pages began to shift, rearranging themselves in a dance of mystery and wonder. And Linnea, entranced, followed the book's lead, deeper into the heart of the unknown. As she read, the shadows in the shrine seemed to deepen, as if darkness itself was seeping into the world. The air grew colder, and the silence became oppressive, punctuated only by the sound of pages turning. Linnea's breath caught in her throat, and her heart pounded in her chest, as if she was being pulled towards some unknown destiny. The book's power grew, its influence spreading like a stain across the shrine, and Linnea felt herself becoming a part of it, a thread in a vast and intricate tapestry. The old wooden beams creaked and groaned, as if the shrine itself was shifting, adjusting to the presence of the book. The flowers outside began to wilt, their petals dropping like tears, and the birds fell silent, as if they too felt the weight of the darkness growing within. The nights grew darker, the shadows within the shrine twisting into grotesque forms. Linnea, now deeply embroiled in the book's secrets, began to sense a presence around her. Tools moved on their own, doors creaked open, and the air grew colder. The altar, once a symbol of faith, now seemed to pulse with a malevolent energy. The book's words whispered in her ear, a constant reminder of the darkness that lurked within. The village outside receded, and the shrine became a world unto itself, a realm of terror and awe. Linnea's grip on reality began to slip, her mind reeling from the horrors that surrounded her. The book's power grew, its influence spreading like a stain across the shrine. And Linnea, helpless, felt herself being consumed by the very darkness she had unleashed. The silence was oppressive, punctuated only by the sound of pages turning and the soft whisper of the book's dark and ancient voice. As she stood there, the shadows seemed to coalesce into shapes, twisted and grotesque, that watched her with cold, dead eyes. The air grew colder and the darkness deepened, until Linnea felt like she was drowning in a sea of blackness. And yet, she couldn't look away, transfixed by the horror that surrounded her. The shrine's dark heart beat stronger, its power growing with each passing moment, and Linnea felt herself being drawn closer, until she was a part of it, a thread in a vast and intricate tapestry of darkness and despair. The old wooden beams seemed to shift and twist, as if they too were alive, and the stones of the shrine appeared to absorb the light, leaving only an oppressive darkness. Linnea's breath came in short gasps, and her heart pounded in her chest, as if she was running from some unseen terror. The darkness closed in around her, a suffocating shroud that threatened to consume her at any moment. And still she stood there, frozen in terror, unable to move, unable to look away from the horror that surrounded her. The altar, now a monstrous thing, performed its own twisted ritual. The air was heavy with the scent of decay, and the sound of pages turning grew louder, a maddening drumbeat that echoed through the shrine. Linnea, her mind shattered, knelt before the altar, the book's dark energy coursing through her veins. The words on the pages blurred, becoming a meaningless jumble of symbols and sounds. And in the center of the chaos, the altar stood, a monolith of darkness, its power growing with each passing moment. The shrine, once a sanctuary, had become a tomb, a place of death and darkness. And Linnea, her soul consumed, was the last sacrifice in a ritual of madness and despair. The ritual reached its climax, the air shattering with a sound that was both silence and scream, as the darkness consumed everything. The altar's power surged, and Linnea's body arched back, her eyes wide with terror, as the book's dark energy coursed through her like a river of night. The world around her dissolved, and all that remained was the altar, the book, and the endless crushing darkness. The shrine stood silent, its dark ritual complete. Embergrove, a villager, approached the shrine, drawn by some unseen force. His footsteps echoed through the stillness, and his eyes fell upon the book, its cover waiting for him. The air seemed to vibrate with anticipation, as if the shrine itself was waiting for him to start the cycle anew. Olaf's hand reached out, hesitated, and then touched the book, as if drawn by an unseen force. The silence was oppressive, punctuated only by the sound of his own breathing.